That's how I'm starting my morning today.
Yeah, Squeaky. We got a big driveway for y'all, Squeaky fam. The sun's been coming out really early in the morning, but honestly, it's only 7:30 up until this point here. As you can see, we didn't even need to go through with that high mix because this driveway was very black. That actually had a stationary car too, so that was very unfortunate. But once we get done doing everything that we can reach, we're gonna go through with a fantastic post treatment. And don't worry, we got those meta glasses with us today too. So we're gonna show y'all us rinsing down this entire driveway. Only reason I didn't have my camera out with that tripod the whole time to make a more of a better video is because I had to get this job done very early before I had a commercial job. And that clean line right there, no way you can't see the unbelievable difference you're making. This is crazy, Squeaky fam. So as you can see, we sectioned off everything. If you're looking around at how big this driveway is, you haven't seen nothing yet, really. This driveway even goes around the backside over there by the garage. This is crazy, but it's all good. Now, as you can see, that part is going towards the road where the truck is at. We're almost done with this section. This driveway was very black. And I know some people are going to say, well, why didn't you blow the debris off of there before you surface cleaned it? And I did, but at a certain point, I was already rocking and rolling with that surface cleaner. Look how long this driveway is. This is crazy. But we got it all done. Once we get done, like I said, make sure you stay tuned for that rinse down. Because honestly, that's my favorite part of this entire job. If you watch it to this point, you and Squeaky fam, whether you like it or not. So we already family, so you might as well go ahead and hit that follow button. But as you can see, we better go through and rinse this entire driveway. I really want to let y'all watch this, but I'm going to explain a little bit and let y'all watch the end. As y'all can see here, if you pay attention, we're starting in a deep corner. There's really no reason to start in the bottom of the driveway near the road or different stuff like that. Some people might say it's self-explanatory, but everybody needs a lesson sometimes. So what we're doing here, obviously you see that everything slopes down and goes around that hill over there. So we're pushing all of this dirty water from in front of the driveway at the top. Then we're gonna section it off. We're gonna push half of it to the road, and we're gonna take the other half of the water down that hill. This is gonna be a very extensive process, I ain't gonna lie. But honestly, for me, the bigger the job, especially when it comes to concrete, the more satisfying it is. Because funny enough, I had asked for help from a couple different people on this job, and I kind of mentioned it was going to take me about 2 hours. And a lot of people thought that I was crazy or smoking, you know. But nah, man, I just know how hard I work and how much of a grind I got. And I literally came here and got this whole driveway done in about 2.5 hours. And I'm very proud of myself for doing that. So don't never let people tell you, or don't never think you can't do anything yourself. Because that's one of the most important things in life, is having faith and knowing that you can get something done. Because that's the first step. A lot of us don't even go into business for ourselves or do a lot of different things in life, travel, and a whole bunch of different things because we don't have faith in ourselves. We think it's going to be a bad trip or a bad business decision, but it's all good. Just make sure to always keep your eyes on the prize, and you can do anything you put your mind to, I promise you. But as you can see now, we already pushed some of the water off of that front sidewalk coming from the main front door. But now we got to rinse down this entire driveway. Yeah, you see it's a lot of different stripes on there. But like I said, we haven't went through with not any cleaner yet. So if you see a lot of those stripes now, make sure you stay tuned for the final reveal because you will see a huge difference between how everything looks now compared to when it's all squeaky clean. As you can see, this driveway is huge. Drop in the comments, how long do you think something like this would take you? Let's say if you had an 8 gallon a minute with a 20-inch surface cleaner. That's not what I have. I have a 6 gallon a minute. But I want to give y'all a little boost. How long do you think it would take you to get this job done? I remember back when I had my 2.5 gallon a minute machine, you couldn't tell me nothing. I probably would have came out here and did this driveway in half a day. And I would have been smiling from ear to ear the whole time. Because I really do love what I do. But the fact that I can get this done so efficiently and it comes out great, it makes me feel good. It really does. Practice makes perfect, and every single clean that we do over here at Squeaky Tees is going to be worth it.
God. Once we go through with that post-treatment, it's over with.
Like I said in the video, Squeaky fam, once I go through with that nice post-treatment, this was over with. It was crazy because they contacted me on Thursday, and they said this driveway had to be done by Saturday. And I honestly had no bookings free in my schedule, especially with the sun going down about 5 o'clock now. So the only option I had was to get here around 7 in the morning and get done what I could. It was crazy because, like I said, I didn't know how long this driveway was going to take me. And I sent it to somebody and they said, I think that driveway goes around the back of the side of the garage. And I said, why you say that? And I zoomed in on it and I almost fell out of my chair. But end of the day, I got right back in that same chair and game plan how I was going to get it done. But for me to speak it and game plan it on the phone or in my head and do it in real life like this, it's two different things. We all done with the right side. Let's keep this thing going, Squeaky fam. Now we're back over here, back in front of that car. We're going to push half of this water in that corner over there.
Done with all that area over there. Go, got rinse this right here. Did that whole area back there. Go.
Oh my gosh, Squeaky fam. Now you're starting to really see how much of a great difference you made. Look how much leaves and debris and really just a lot of muddy water is all piled up right here. But now we rinsing everything to the bottom of the driveway. Like I said, you see a couple leaf marks and different things like that. But once we go through with that post-treatment, we're going to give y'all an amazing walk around. So stay tuned for that. If you watch it to this point, like I said before a couple minutes ago, you really are a Squeaky fan because this is an extensive video. And honestly, I've been doing some really big jobs lately. And at times, it's just really hard for me to just take bits and pieces out of huge jobs and not really put the entire process in there. But we did that little bit here because, like I said, I didn't set up my tripod. But I feel like I did it good enough to show y'all how intricate and detailed this job really was. You see this part in the back is the bottom part of the driveway where we went down to the bottom side. So it's a lot of different stuff going on down here as well. As you can see, this driveway opened up really big at the bottom, especially with that curve coming around. But like I said, we got everything nice and clean and we're going through getting this dirty water out of here. If you pay attention, you don't have to look too close, but you see it's inevitable how black this water is because the driveway was horrible. They had an open house the next day and they really needed this done ASAP. So I'm blessed that I was able to get it done for them. Some jobs in the world are not paying as much as you think. Not necessarily this one, to be honest with y'all, because I came and upped my quote and they didn't budge at all. So I was very happy with this opportunity. But at the end of the day, just get your processes down pat. If somebody comes to you right now with a job that's $100,000, would you take the opportunity or would you not do it? Or if somebody came to you with a job that was $100,000, but you wanted to do it for $50,000 to make sure you get it, are you still gonna do it? Well, I know you can. So make sure you get your process down pat because when that opportunity comes for you, make sure you know how to get it done. It's no job too big or too small.
I don't know how y'all day started, but mine started like this. Got a couple more jobs to do today, but this is nasty right here. I ain't gonna lie. We went all the way down there with it. I'm gonna show y'all the whole thing. We go all the way down here, wrap all the way around, then it bust open down here. You see that post treatment still working? Hit all of that back there. Go back up. We go all the way around over there. They gotta move that car, so that's very important. But you see this backside, like that, all the way around. Let's go.
Y'all on the next one. Squeaky Tees out.